Welcome into the D Event Center on the campus of Weber State University, the site of the 2023 6A State Championship Basketball Tournament. Our second semifinal game. The winner will take on the Corner Canyon Chargers. We've got the Cyprus Pirates in their first semifinal game since 1955, taking on the reigning 6A champion, American Fork Cavemen. Welcome in, everybody. Dusty Litster, pleased to be joined by, as always, Dane Stewart. And here we go, 3, 2, 1. And our special guest, state championship head coach and Weber State alum, Chad Sims.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you, Coach?
Good. I'm doing great. I'm excited for the game.
You know, he wears black jerseys, so we get him to wear a black shirt on air. But, Coach, let's have you start here first with Cyprus. You've dealt with this. You had a high-volume scorer in Jesse Wade, and you now got Q Meza here. What is it like to bring in a scorer like that into a game where you're taking on an outstanding team, the reigning state champion? What are you trying to do to help him out tonight?
I'm interested to see how they guard him. Are they going to trap him, try to get the ball out of his hands early, full court press, stuff like that, then let them get it back? They're going to try to do it in the half court. I'm also interested to see how Cyprus is going to guard American Fork, because contrasting styles, contrasting bodies, personnel, the bigs, how they're going to guard. They're going to try to take away the inside by double teaming or monster, with a late double team, something like that. So interested to see how they guard each other.
And Dan, you've called this the biggest team in the state of Utah, American Fork. This is a big, big lineup, and trying to pick out the one guy that's going to get you is kind of tough because there's a whole group of them.
Yeah, there are, and we'll start with Ashton Wallace. I don't even know what position he plays. He plays them all. Great ball handler. He'll drive, can be physical. Tiger Cuff has really evolved as a point guard this year. Aaron Dunn, love the big. And you ask how do you guard Q? You don't. I learned on Twitter you can't guard Q. So we'll see. Q willed his team here, had 18 points in the fourth quarter in that quarterfinal. What is it going to take from Q tonight?
Really big as we start off. That rebound goes out of bounds. Tiger Cuff looks inside to Dunn. And it's going to be size advantages all over the floor for the team in red. How does Cyprus handle that? As Rawson going to send that back out to Ashton Wallace, the 3-year contributor for Coach Ryan Cuff, now inside of 10 seconds. Wallace comes off the screen, sends out to Turley. Turley in the lane, floated up, back rim, no, the rebound to Quentin Meza. You think about this run for American Fork, go out to the semifinals 2 years ago on your state championship year, lost to Westlake. Last year won the state championship, and they're back in the semifinals this year. And that was off the heels of the state championship in this building. The last time we had the state tournament here is getting to the line is Spice Tia.
One thing about Q is he doesn't panic. You watch him, he lets it come to him, especially early in the game. He'll get his teammates involved, and then you watch the fourth quarter, and he kind of just takes over.
So, a fun fact about Q, Dusty knows this, he's going to finish top 4 career in points and assists.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I'd love to coach a guy like that, right?
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 Yeah. It's like, hey, share the rock until you want to score, and score until you want to share the rock, and you can do either. And phenomenal player.
So back down the floor we go with American Fork, led by Coach Ryan Cuff, the only coach in state history to have state championships at 3 different schools. Looking at the state championship game to try to win 3 state titles in 4 years. As on the drive is Ashton Wallace. As that motion offense working to perfection, Coach.
Yeah, American Fork they don't get too rattled either. They have a purpose. Coach Cuff keeps them in line, and they don't over dribble. They know where they want the basketball play inside out. They'll take what they give, what the defense will give them.
3 on the way back, rimmed from Caden Christensen. The board and now on the move with the Cavemen. Early moments of games, Coach, especially when you're contrasting styles, and this is a slow-down team in American Fork. They're deliberate in their sets. What's it like in these first few minutes of trying to keep emotion set with your team?
I think you just have to rely on what you've done all year. The principles that you've done all year, you just got to rely on those, especially in the early quarters. What makes it hard is, when kids could score at 3 different levels. You watch Corner Canyon, they could score at all 3 levels, every single player. So how are you going to guard them? You're going to give them 3, you're going to give the drive. You can see here that Cyprus is backing up on one of their bigs, putting 2 guys in the paint. It'll be interesting to see the adjustment Coach Cuff makes.
Well, and the challenge is, if you're Cyprus, you don't have Justice Jackson Fobbs. So now you're trying to find depth in that paint to deal with an Aaron Dunn. Good luck. And I love the collapse there to help, but they're going to have to do that all night, right? Be creative with how they take the post away.
Well, I think Cyprus is going to be okay, even if if Dunn has to work hard for every bucket he gets. It's 2 points. I mean, if they have to do that the whole game, I feel like Cyprus thinks they could stay in the game.
Loose ball foul to Turley as the second team foul on the Cavemen, and somewhere Cyprus can take advantage is if they can get into some bonus early in the second quarter as Diego Mulford gives it back to Q Meza. Fall away three. Doesn't go on the rebound to Rawson.
But if you can get that look for Cyprus, you feel really good right now, right?
Yep. Looks like Cyprus is doubling.
Yep. Got to move that ball quicker if you want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, we're going to have that arm get away from Dunn, and you cannot hear the whistles up here. Not just crowd noise. We haven't been able to hear them even when we've had about 2 rows of student section. You're going to see that arm get away from Dunn. He and Christensen are already battling here early on.
Well, refs let that stuff go nowadays. Back before, you get physical down there, I usually call those, but they let you get pretty physical nowadays. It's tough for big guys.
Yeah, you're in the blue zone, the closer you get to the rim.
There you go. I heard you guys talk about that yesterday, right?
Every game I try to bring it up.
Yeah, an official told him, Dusty,
That's
those aren't approved terms.
You said that's not exactly the direction. Is how about the move from Spies Tia and the kids from Magna getting excited.
How about Coach Smith over there in the yellow suit? It's nice.
Tight. I was waiting for him to come out in the white jumpsuit. As he and I are both members of Raider Nation, I keep waiting for the inner Al Davis to come out. It's a 3 off the mark from Holden Hucks.
Nah, Trey elevates for these games, man. He's not coming out in a jumpsuit. Come on.
Of course, Trey Smith, an alum of Cypress High School, was there with Aaron England as Spice Tia 4-3. How about the 7-2 start for Cyprus? They haven't been in this moment, Coach, but it's not too big for them. As Rawson sends that back out. Now up top to Dunn, over to Cuff. 3 from Ashton Wallace. Oh, in and out. The wide channel basketball fails him. And ball will stay here.
Right now it's 4-on-5 on offense because Cyprus isn't guarding one of the bigs on the perimeter. And Coach Cuff, it's going to be interesting to see if he makes an adjustment, if he uses on-ball picks with the guy. But Cyprus has got 2 guys in the paint at all times.
Another board there to Meza on the run out. No, Ewan lost or didn't get that one to go. Ball out of bounds off of Christensen. And the ball will go to American Fork.
Let's see if Coach Cuff runs something to expose that. But you can see Tia sitting in the paint with number 30. They're not guarding Ross on the perimeter. They're going to give that up.
This is why we bring coaches on the broadcast, Chad. I mean, this is why this seat exists for you, man. This Cuff goes out to Ashton Wallace. Ashton on the drive, sends to Rawson, gets it back. Ewan, it's a big challenge here tonight.
Like I said before, it makes it really difficult for guys like Ashton Wallace who are 3-level scorers. You get by your first guy on the perimeter and you're going to run into a second guy in the paint. It makes it really hard.
Ewan on the run out. Down the lane at Rawson. No, the board to Christensen. Goes back up on the contest and gets the bucket. Keen Webb is right there on his hip and not going to get cheap calls tonight, but a 7-point lead to Cyprus.
Nearly a perfect start for Cyprus, right? You've had help on the outside. You've worked it inside. You're holding your own defensively against the bigs. Couldn't ask for anything better if you're a Pirate fan.
I think you got to put a lot of tokens in right now because the run will come from American Fork as Ashton Wallace knocks down the 3.
Well, he had one rim out on him just a minute or 2 ago, right? He's feeling good here tonight.
As you mentioned, Ashton Wallace was a contributor as a sophomore on that team that got to the semifinals, and last year a major part of the state championship run. And this year trying to take his club back to the state title game as Ewan gets that ball to Spice Tia. I thought that was going to go in the 4th row. Left his hand. And Spice Tia gets baited into the call here for Rawson.
I'll tell you this arena, I made a comment to someone before the game, the entire state except for American Fork is rooting for Cyprus, and it feels that way in the gym tonight. Everybody, with every call, letting the officials know.
2:34 left in the first quarter. Cyprus 9, American Fork 5. Media timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the 2023 6A semifinals. It's almost mission call open season here in the state of Utah, all across all over the place. But if you got a missionary going to be open their mission call then this period, go to modernmissionary.com and register there. Get a free shirt and washable tie. We want to thank Modern Missionary for joining us here on KSL Sports Rewind. So if you have a son or daughter getting ready to go on a mission, let Modern Missionary outfit them for their service. Well, Coach, I mean, how about this start for Cyprus?
You can tell they're playing with a purpose. Their game plan's working well on the defensive end. I thought that last possession, the pass was bad, got T a little bit of trouble. Had to close out on a guy that was sitting there for him. Looks like Cyprus has gone to a 2-3 here.
As Ashton Wallace gets that back up to Tiger Cuff. Hucks. They're trying to get that ball to Junction there to Webb. Goes high-low into Rawson. And Rawson gets that one up and in. Christensen was hoping to time that up. And Rawson with his first points.
You've got 3 Cyprus defenders there around the basketball.
Yeah, you go zone and you don't body him up as much as you would if you were a man. You know, fight him early, get him off the block. You got too close.
You try to spare some time to go zone to stay away from some foul trouble on your bigs?
I think so. I think that's what Coach is probably doing.
Didn't want to get Spies another cheap one.
Yeah.
As he rolls the rim there, Webb's going to pick up the foul. Ooh. He doesn't like the call. Then the former Dixie Flyer going to pick up his first personal foul. Is this the 3rd team foul, or probably 4th team foul on the Cavemen?
It's one of the more impressive games I've seen from Tia. He's been aggressive, looked for a shot, knows that people got to step up in absence of one of their starters, and boy, he certainly has tonight.
As Dunn comes on for Rawson. And also back on the floor is Turley. And the free throw there for Spice Tia.
9 of their points from Spice.
Can he keep it going?
That's a big question. But Q hasn't scored yet, right? And this is exactly what you want, is you want to open things up for Q.
Yeah, it's good for Cyprus. I mean, Q's not going to stay quiet.
Yeah, and Mulford hasn't even pulled on a shot yet.
Right.
Is Turley back up top to Cuff. Cuff will pull for 3, and Tiger, he wears red for a reason. 1-point game.
Cyprus has made an adjustment. It looks like American Fork has responded well. I thought Cyprus was better off being physical, playing man-to-man, contesting a 3-point shot, and fighting for post position.
Spice Tia. 12 points for Spice Tia.
There's your answer.
What do you like in your Tia? A little bit of spice.
Man.
As Turley goes to Webb. Dunn.
Too much space.
Oh, just couldn't get that one to drop. And now on the run. Q Meza changes speeds, gets inside. Wallace maybe got a piece of that. And then Ashton claims the rebound. Turley back over to Cuff. Wallace gets the contact. It'll be the 2nd personal foul on Christensen. It'll put Ashton Wallace at the line.
Looked like Cyprus didn't know.
Yeah, they just lost track of numbers, right?
Some guys were in zone, some guys were in man. They didn't know.
Wallace is late coming down, and everyone kind of sneaks up, chasing the basketball.
It's important. Stay organized. You got to stay in these tournament games. Each possession means so much. But, you know, the leadership of Q. You guys were talking about some Lone Peak guys yesterday with Coach Evans.
Yeah.
When he was coaching there, the point guard that's at Utah State.
Ashworth.
Yeah, some of them were playing against those guys, and I could tell in warm-ups those guys were going to be organized, just the way he was communicating, talking to everybody. Pretty special players to have that type of leadership on a team.
Well, you got to enjoy a lot of good players. I mean, Jesse Wade, you take over the Davis program. Jay Welk, exactly. I mean, he just let the cupboard bare. There was nothing there for you, right, to build off of.
Yeah. The Kaysville community and Davis High School always has good players. Coach Welk told me that when I took over, and obviously Coach Welk did such a great job there. But when I took over, obviously had players like Jesse and Trevor Linhart was a great player, Chance Trujillo, Rex Sunderland. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And
there was a Sims kid. We'll get that in just a second. There was 8 seconds. Down to 5. Meza sends out for the 3. Taryn Moore, no. Rebound to Rawson, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Highly contested first quarter, and at the end of one, it is Cyprus 13, American Fork 12. You're watching the 2023 6A semifinals on KSLSports.com, your year-round home for high school sports. And welcome back in the D Event Center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Chad Sims, the coach of the 2021 State Championship Davis Darts. You know, you went through all the list of kids, and you left your own son off. I mean,
he doesn't need to be on that list. There's other guys: Jarrett Gardner, Cal Linhart, Josh Sanders, tons of good kids. Colby was just another one. I had 2 older boys that played for me too. Braden and Tanner played for me too.
Well, that's right. They didn't hit as many threes.
No, they didn't have as many threes.
I heard you wouldn't let threes be shot until recently. You just get softer in your older age.
Yeah, my older boys wish I would have let them shoot, but.
The 3 from Taryn Moore, tugged a little bit to the left, a rebound to Dunn. And you definitely let your Northridge Knights team shoot threes either. Bigler is the only one allowed.
Do you believe in a 3-point shooting pass?
I just tell them they better make it.
Okay.
If you're going to shoot, you better make it.
That's it. Just make it.
Spice Tia pulls down that board. Here comes Cyprus. Ewan misses on the 3. His first 3-point attempt tonight.
Very even game. We got stats after the first quarter. Both teams 4 of 10. Both teams perfect from the line.
Curtis Pettengill, he's just the best.
Even on the boards.
He did it because Chad's sitting next to us. He normally waits till halftime. It's Rawson. Yeah, Akeem Olajuwon wouldn't have gone away with that, but I just wanted to wait. We try not to point too many things out. You know, we may have missed that first rotation.
Cyprus went back to a man. That quarter went back to man at work.
It does feel like I would if I was Trey Smith. And you know you're thin at the front line, and you know AF is deep at it. It's like you got to spend some time away from being bodied up and picking up some of those.
Because here's the other thing, too. Size typically sends a message, right? So every time you got a guy going to the floor, you're going to make them, like, say, oh, no, the 250 guy was fouled by the 170 guy.
Send out Ewan. Back rims the 3. Those threes he took the other night, or the other day, were actually behind that college line. Just a little amped up here. Send out to Wallace. Ashton in the lane. Nice take. He couldn't get the finish. Get his own rebound. Goes back up. No. Tipped out. And Wallace tracks it down. Fresh shot clock here for the Cavemen.
He does everything. Everything.
If Tia's not going to guard anybody on the perimeter, he's got to at least go get some boards.
Backside block to Moore. Rawson finishes through the contact. And he's got to be careful there with a little bit of a chirp for Rawson, but he gets the bucket, and AF takes a 1-point lead. Quentin Meza couldn't get the 3. Trying to fit that ahead. Wallace cut that off. Didn't run the big post. He ran a hook. Meza off balance and doesn't get it to go.
Tough start tonight for Q. I think he's 0 for 4.
Shooter's got to shoot.
No,
right?
Look, you keep taking it, but you'd love to see that ball go down early for him, get some early confidence.
Turley, we have the foul there on Taryn Moore. So it'll be the 4th team foul on the Pirates.
And this is where it gets a little scary because you've got Spice Tia with 11 of your 13. It's like, okay, guys, someone else.
I think if Cyprus can keep it close, Q's going to go out. Mulford's going to hit one. I mean, it's a matter of streaks, runs. They hit a couple shots in a row. It's going to put American Fork on their heels.
So we got a full timeout, early full timeout. We'll be back. You're watching the 6A semifinals on KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Do it on my level, then shoot.
5:25 left. The first thing that Chad Sims and I disagree on, his love for the Braves. But he was a kid that grew up with TBS and Dale Murphy, I'm sure, as Turley lips out the 3. Diego Mulford's first shot, just a little long. It was on line.
I'm actually surprised he took that dribble. Normally a spot-up shooter. Maybe he just felt like he needed something to get in his rhythm.
So Tiger Cuff goes over to Webb on the angle to Turley. Drop inside to Rawson. Backside to Wallace. Ashton able to get that back, couldn't get it. Another offensive rebound, Ashton Wallace. Tiger Cuff. Shot clock reset. So we were inside of 30 seconds. Rawson, strong move, goes out of AU and blocks it, and out of bounds off of Rawson.
It was interesting right there. Rawson was going to set a screen for Wallace, but he didn't use it. And when they're not guarding Rawson, Wallace can come off that and either shoot it if the guy goes under or get to the basket. He refused the screen, and it would have been better if he would have used it.
Well, and even when more collapses there, just trickle out, outlet it to the corner, right?
Yep.
Taryn Moore with the block off the fingertips of Rawson. So down the floor we go with the Pirates. And again, it's been Spice Tia with the points. Still yet to get Mulford or Q Meza some buckets. Here's Quentin Meza.
Gonna shoot it, right?
I think he's setting that up. Nice move around. Turley, float it and score it. Good job of Webb avoiding the +1.
Yeah, it was great.
He was king of the floater in the quarters.
That's a tough shot.
It is.
One more look at it. And good on the official not getting baited on the fall there. Tiger Cuff goes base, got around Tia. Kind of broke this down. Turley with the flyby from Meza, and kind of shocked that AF wasn't able to take advantage of the opportunity there.
Thought he had a shot.
Yeah. Webb, now Turley. Gets around, floats it, and scores it. Man, what a take and make there.
They keep refusing that screen. I'm interested if they start using that. I think it's going to put Cyprus a little bit of a pinch, especially if they're going to sit so far back in the paint.
Explain that, Coach.
So, they're not guarding. They're big on the perimeter. So if the big gets a catch and throws a pass to the wing and follows that pass into an on-ball screen, there's no defender there to help on a hedge or anything else.
Spice Tia had foot speed on Webb, misses that one. That's going to go off Spice. They're going to go back to American Fork.
It almost looked like you're trying to foul to give it up, and then you miss the shot, and oh my goodness.
That's a bunny. You got to have those. Great move. Got to finish.
3:02 left in the half. The under 4 media timeout. We'll be right back here on KSLSports.com. So welcome back in. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart, and Coach Chad Sims with you as American Fork Cyprus in an absolute slugfest here in the first half. I think the tempo obviously favors AF. They've been able to own it as Rawson left that one short. Christensen comes back on the floor with 2 fouls.
I would have liked to see that shot in the backside. It was a good skip pass. Hit it. Maybe Coach Cuff doesn't want it.
Not too early. I think he might be in Norman Dale. I'm only kidding. Ryan knows that I love him to death. I'm just joking. But Norman Dale, how many passes before we shoot? 4.
Yeah.
As down the lane, Meza floats it up and can't get it to go. Would love to see him just continue on that one as he didn't finish it.
We saw Cottonwood get disrupted in the 5A tournament by length. Is that happening with Q a little bit here or no?
For sure. I think Q's a great finisher. Again, can score all 3 levels, but that length, that's tough.
Inside Rawson, and then a foul to Christensen. His 3rd personal foul. It's going to put Rawson at the line looking for the 3-point play.
And this is where that depth, you miss Justice. This is your guy coming on to play. You see that body come into Rawson.
Yeah, if you get it that low, he's got to play his defense early. He's got to get him off the block early. If you catch it that low, he's going to lose the battle every time. You're better off just not fouling him, but hit the layup and move on. You got to play your defense early.
As that free throw is good, and Rawson, of course, his brother was a star at the American Fork and went to SUU and then finished up at the University of Utah and had another brother that he played with.
Was it in a 9-2 start for Cyprus?
Yes, it was, as Wallace with the steal. Ewan on his hip. Ashton Wallace can't get the finish, and he'll go to the line for 2. He wanted the and 1. And you want to know the difference between the girls' semifinals and the boys' semifinals? right there. They got to walk him off, and hey, let's stay calm here.
It's a nice job by AU in there.
Can I give a shout out to my Davis Dars, the girls team?
Of course.
This year. They end up losing to Skyridge, but Coach Jones and the team did a really, really good job.
Region championship, first semi in over a decade.
Yeah.
Like,
beat Fremont.
Heck of a team this year.
Yeah, it was great. They did a great. Really young too. They had one season.
Yeah.
Well, so no pressure, Coach Jones. But good luck next year. Right? Got some expectations.
Yeah, expectations, and all you're going to do is deal with Fremont. Had a bunch of underclassmen again, right?
Yeah.
And it was interesting. We saw Mabry yesterday. She came over with Amy DeRay.
Hey.
Had to catch that, and she was so excited. She was mad that she was playing today. She wasn't able to watch the game or be here for the game. As Spice Tia pulls down the board, is 0 for 2 there from Ashton.
By the way, I got a little Davis proposition for you, but we'll touch on that.
Okay, all right.
We're still waiting for Mesa to get loose. And here's a matchup against Ross, and I expect him to try to clear this out. No, we're going to go in, mouse in the house. Spice Tia. And I think that was the fear was, and then Spice frustrated that something happened there.
Yeah, so Spies, I thought this could have very well been a charge, but the feet got tangled up and Spice kind of went tripping there.
Oh, he's saying he scissored him, and there was a little.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a block.
You think so?
Absolute block.
I thought Spice lowered the shoulder into it.
He probably did, but hold your ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
I think it's a block.
I think everyone knew that Turley was hitting the ground. I was going to mention that Turley's going to hit the ground on this entry.
And in fairness, I mean, Christensen has 3, Spice has 1. So if you're AF, you're like, yeah, get him off the floor, right? So we're looking for that.
Yeah. And that was my thing. As soon as he got mouse, I was like, he's going to hit the deck. Like, what is the official going to do here? So I think even if he'd hit him with his pinky, that I think Turley's hitting the deck on that. As Spice going to trigger this in, does get it to Mesa. So Quentin Mesa with Tiger Cuff. Going to come off the screen of Spice Tia. Spice going to put it on the floor. Go at Webb. Lost the handle. Sends out to AUN. 22 on the shot clock. Cyprus can remain patient. Steps back to the 3, and it's wide to the left. Webb may have got a hand on that.
Boy, and I just thought, hey, good job by Cyprus. Recognize they have time. Pull it out. Calm down. And then that quick 3. And
I would have liked the ball to hit Q's hands.
Yep.
I'm sure Coach Smith thinks the same way. There it is. There's that screen.
Tiger Cuff, all lipped out. Following it up, there is Hucks. Holden Hucks with the putback and a 6-point American Fork lead.
And a 9-2 second quarter for the Cavemen.
Q Mesa floats it over Webb. And a 2-for-1 there for Q Mesa.
And a 9-4 quarter now, all those 4 coming from Q.
So a low-scoring affair that Coach Cuff wants. We got a foul away from the ball, and that's going to go on Ewan, his second. So we got to see what this is.
It's going to be just out of the window.
1-1, right?
It's off screen.
I know it's in the red zone.
Welcome to the good moments.
Hey, it's great.
Welcome to the good moments.
Hey.
Old Dusty wants to come out so bad. We'll put the restraints back on.
Clear the mechanism, Dusty.
He nearly talked his way onto the broadcast. So here's Ashton Wallace. Rolls in the front end of 1-1. Coach, I have a theory that this end is the harder shooting end. You played here. Is that the harder free throw shooting in with the tunnel versus this side?
Probably. I think you'd be correct on that.
What years were you here?
Oh, I was here in 96 through 98.
With Ryan Cuff.
Ryan Cuff was here. Harold Arsenault, Eddie Gill. And I was a practice guy.
Did you take it easy on my Vandals?
No, we didn't.
And Harold Arsenault didn't take it easy on me on 7 on the line at the BDAC at CEU. Neither did Eddie Gill.
Gosh.
Eddie Gill was that guy went after you.
Oh, yeah.
I watched him and Blair Martineau chest to chest at a basketball camp. And
you think Q gets to the basket here? He's going to pull up.
He's going after. He's going to pull for 3.
Yep.
Mesa straight
Got
way.
fouled.
No. Tipped out by Webb. Whoa. We're going to get a little extra. No whistles. And we're going to head to the locker rooms. It's going to be a heated second half.
Yeah.
Partly because of the way this game's going, but it's also because we have 2 more quarters, and we'll find out what our 6A state championship game will be. We go to the break. The reigning 6A champs, American Fork 22, Cyprus 17. You're watching the 2023 6A semifinals on KSLSports.com. Welcome back in. Halftime is actually we've been learning. Chad Sims has been watching. So let's get to the Dustin Dane Payne Hour here on our flashbacks. Again, I keep showing these ones.
In the words of Enrique Iglesias, I got bad eyes. It's actually sad eyes. I know, but
I don't believe in it. Oddages in themselves are not good, in my opinion.
what?
Stoppages.
Oh, I thought I heard like oddages.
I probably said
I have no
oddages.
idea what you just said.
I was trying to hear it as I said it, as that was a timeout there for Timpanogos. Oh. Well, if you thought that was good, Coach, you're not off the hook.
I'm not off the hook.
You're not off the hook.
All right.
Go ahead, Dane. Or go ahead, Vince.
It takes him a minute.
It takes a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. He said he was going to let me know.
That just happened this week. I wasn't expecting
that happened
something
last
so recent.
night. That was last night.
It feels like week.
All right, let's roll it. One more. We have a bonus. You want one more? All right, let's go with one more.
Come on. Oh, dude. Oh.
Same shirt. I was so stoked you're wearing the same shirt.
Is okay.
I love this, though. Oh, we're not done.
He's smiling. We think he knows where he is. He may need to go see the trainer.
Well, it's not done yet, though.
Wait.
But you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
That's very accusatory, Coach.
No.
That was on purpose.
You know what was really cool about that
Got a
is
good smile after that.
those Syracuse guys were great.
Yeah.
They were great. They came over, hey, you okay, Coach? Coach Russell did a great job. Very
Yeah.
respectful.
Yeah.
The guy trucked me. He got me good. I was like, geez, Russell, that was on purpose. No, he was hustling for a ball. They were great. So Syracuse, they were great.
When you walked in, I saw you wearing. I'm like, he's wearing the shirt. This is awesome.
Same one.
Yeah.
The same one. You've been waiting for that, huh?
Well, when we knew you were coming, Vince goes, I got a perfect thing. Vince said, hey, if we get a chance to get Chad on the broadcast, I have the perfect. He sent it to me that night. He goes, wait till you see this. So, yeah, we've been sitting on that for just a couple of weeks.
I got to get out of the way.
Well, sometimes you don't have a chance to do it.
I saw it coming. I could have got out of the way.
You got to do that deep. You know what it is? It's the old guard play, and you're just trying to take a charge.
Well, I've been on a defensive stance a lot on the sideline.
Yeah.
You've seen me.
I have seen it. The thing is that you're in Region 1. You're used to the Region 1 special of getting a charge underneath the hoop to try to take away a good play.
That's right. Jeez.
But how much in team or any with your coaches or anybody? Here's what I want to know. Sean Green didn't show any worry for you whatsoever. Sean just kind of leaned back and looked. I kind of went back to stuff.
Yeah, but if you understand Sean's personality, he doesn't worry about much. He just he's there hanging out, enjoying the game.
Do you ever go to Matt Barnes and say, "Hey, I got one of your guys is now a dart"?
Yes, and Sean is a dart. Hear that, Matt? Sean's great. He's great with the kids and development. He does a great job. Love having Sean on our staff. So,
well, we went through.
I know he's got my back.
Even if he just kind of looks back to see that. Oh, it's Chad. He's
fine.
He knew I was okay.
He's probably a great dad, right? You're fine. Get up.
Try that with my kids. I might have to get some approval from me about how to get that done. So, but yeah, big thing in this one. First half did not go well as far score-wise. I think went the way Cyprus Dane, but the shooting was not there for the Pirates, even though they're down just 5 points.
Well, 6 of 22 from the floor, 27%. Look, and really the notes that stand out: UN 0 for 4. Q is 2 of 8. Hit those last couple in the fourth quarter. Diego Mulford has one shot, and it was the long two. I know a coach. Talked to him a lot. He says, in my mind, the key to Cyprus is Diego. And if you can take away that three ball, that is a big difference. And AF has done it. Q has not been able, Diego's not been able to get going. It is going to fall on Q. And so what can he do in the second half to help lift Cyprus? That's the big question.
So, Coach, if you're Ryan Cuff, and you come in here, hey, up 5, and even for American Fork, they were 8 of 23, 2 of 6 from 3. what are the keys and the things you're looking at? Say, hey, here's what we can take well. We're going to carry in the second half, or is he just say, hey, this is American Fork basketball?
I'm not reaching for it, but from what I understand, Ryan's going to do the same thing he did in the first half. I don't think he's going to change much. I think the ball's got to hit Ashton's hands almost every possession. Let him make some plays, get into the basket. I'd like to see an on-ball screen with the big that they're sagging off of, and see what they can do with an on-ball screen, getting downhill into the paint. Foul trouble will be a big deal too. American Fork into the paint and force Cyprus's hand. That might affect Cyprus and their personnel. But I'm interested to see how Q handles the second half too.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best players in the state. See how he handles. He's gonna have to hit some tough shots to make it tough for him, but I think he's up for it.
21-12 rebounding advantage for AF, 6-1 on the offensive glass. That's a big change in the second quarter from the first.
Long for Cyprus. Christensen, who's in the game, has got 2 personal fouls from that first half. The only American Fork player with 2 personal fouls is Turley, and he's a guard.
And Christensen here with 3.
Done with the spin. He felt that body contact, Coach, and kind of gave that one to him, did Christensen.
Yeah, like I said before, you can't let him get it that deep. It's just one drop step layup. You got to keep pushing off the block as long as the refs will let you.
They're trying really hard to get this foul on Tia, man. Turley's picking up his 3rd personal foul as they're trying to get number 3 on Spice Tia, and it is very much, hey, big man touches you, see if you can get the call. As Tia has number 2. Or probably Tia only has 1 personal foul. They're trying to get number 2 on him. The 7-point lead for the reigning champs. Fit that into Christensen, and he lost the handle.
Couldn't tell if Rawson got a piece, but how about that?
Christensen and Meza get the ball back for the Pirates.
Setting up. Ooh.
Leaves it for Diego Mulford. Diego gets loose. 3 on the way. Won't go. Rebound. Fought for by Tia. Couldn't control it. Cuff comes away with it. Tiger on the push. Outside with Tiger Cuff. Drop it into Rawson with Spice Tia. Rawson outside. Dunn. Back rims a 3. Wallace tipped it out. It's taken by Tia.
If you look at that, Dunn was on the college 3-point line where he could have taken a step in.
How have you tried to prepare teams when you know you've got a college line, high school line?
You know, sometimes we'll tape a college line in our gym. We'll actually make it a little bit deeper so it's on the court so they're used to it. Not to shoot behind it, although some of our guys want to do it. But they'll get used to it, right? And they'll be able to see it and just focus on the high school line.
Look opposite. Rawson! Oh, man, I thought he was kind of between go up and flush it and roll it in, and the wide channel basketball helped him.
And the defense lost him.
It's on the brink. Cyprus needs a bucket.
It's a 24-8 run.
Oh, wow.
This was a 9-2 game start, and right now it is all red. We'll be right back. 6:16 left in the third. You're watching the 6A semifinals. So welcome back in. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart, Chad Sims.
Set for Q.
Meza off on the 3, just can't get going. Christensen with the save. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound. Again, we haven't had I don't know what changed here at the defensive. The acoustics haven't been great. We have not heard very many whistles. Even with
I think the refs have done a really good job, actually.
They have.
I thought they did a good job in the Corner Canyon game. And I think they're doing a good job in this one. So hopefully the refs are listening.
Here's a 3 from Christensen. Ooh, a little long. Cyprus still a little jacked up to be here on the long ball. Come back the other way, Tiger Cuff.
Well, and I think the longer it goes, the more pressure you feel on that shot, right?
Tiger Cuff can't get that one to go. Tipped around with Christensen. Tiger comes, gets a loose ball, send it straight away. Hucks for 3. 12-point lead for American Fork.
And another offensive rebound that leads to that 3.
Ashton Wallace tipped that ball, Spice Tia, and it's a jump ball. Possession will stay with Cyprus, but a nice hand there from Ashton Wallace. It's where they kind of forced the ball. Spice Tia is holding the You know, like usually like to have your 5 with the ball in his hand like that, right?
Yeah, I got pushed up against the sideline. That ain't going to work.
Oh, go
Good play.
try to go back door, and Rawson was a little. I don't think he's on the boys soccer team. I don't believe so.
Still just 3 scores for Cyprus, and Spies with 11 of the 17.
I think they're talking about resetting the shot clock, but not happening. So Cyprus still trying to get this offense loose. Remember, a foul on the screen, and it's going to be on Hucks. Let's see if we can get a look at what happened there. Oh, a little head at.
It's like he didn't see it. Got off balance.
Meza gets in the lane, float it and score it. No shot and crash foul there. And it is 29-19.
And it is Q time, right?
Has to be. This needs to be like a Dallin Hall-ish run here as Rawson. Hey, they're staying consistent. Rawson, no call on that. Taryn Moore comes
that
in.
is a foul, yeah.
And then the foul to Rawson. They are letting them play inside the key.
I'll tell you what, the foul's adding up here for American Fork. That's the 4th team foul on the Cavemen. We talked about got to make shots, got to make that one.
Yeah, that's got to go in. I thought he lowered his shoulder. It could have been an offensive foul there, but good no call, but you got to finish.
Sorry about that. We've got some technical challenges here.
The system with that figured out. But we'll get Preston the intern on it. Leave it on the backside. Blocked away by Dunn.
Q still trying to get his teammates involved. A great pass.
Hey, he's not forcing the issue, right?
He might have to soon enough.
As Wallace with a Ewan goes straight away with Dunn on the angle to Hucks. Lob it in to Tiger Cuff. Taryn Moore did a nice job of helping the helper. Spice Tia can't keep that ball in bounds. And we will go back to, or pardon me, stay here with American Fork. Well, inbound in, go up the Cuff. And we're going to have a foul on a Ewan, number 3 on a Ewan, as Webb will check in the game for American Fork.
So 3 on Christensen, 3 on a Ewan.
So now that's going to bring on Coley Fosita for the first time tonight.
Youngster, just a sophomore.
He's got the Jackson Fobbs haircut. He's just trying to fool people. So up top with Ashton Wallace. Hucks goes inside to Rawson. Tia on his hip. Rawson, looks into Webb, and Webb's going to draw the foul on Taryn Moore. We're not going to look at it. It's number 2 on Taryn. Good, Coach.
It's a good pass. I mean, I'd have your eyes up. He's going to take that shot. Dumps it down to the other big.
We're going to be halfway through the third quarter. I thought we'd take the TV time out. They're going to go under 4 minutes. As Rawson will come off the floor to try to preserve some foul trouble for him. And Webb misses his second. So 11-point lead for American Fork. As Meza going to pull for 3 and hit. Maybe that can spark a little Q Meza magic.
Needed that one.
And I actually like the extended shot by Q, right? Look, I got a little bit of breathing space. I can make this shot. You need something to find that rhythm.
Well, the first one he's taking without any pressure on it.
Yes.
Straight away 3, maybe partially tipped there. There's a air ball. Taryn Moore is like, nope, I did not block it. I did not touch that ball. Let's see if we get a look.
Again, he's standing on the college line
Yeah.
and take 2 steps.
He's well extended.
Yeah, I got a little confused there.
So TV timeout. We'll be back. American Fork leading by 8. You're watching the 2023 6A semifinals. So welcome in Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Chad Sims. Chad, we talked about it since the Cyprus basketball. With Q, you're like, hey, sooner or later he's going to have to force it. How do you help a kid like that? Obviously, he's not overly selfish. Just say, hey, we got to have you, man. Is that a conversation, or you don't want to force him to make him feel like he's out of personality?
No, Coach Smith and Q have been through enough battles. They don't have to have those types of conversations, and he'll be ready for the moment. I don't think that's a conversation you need to have.
So Q wanting the matchup here with Webb toward the middle of the floor. Tia got the roll into Spice Tia, and that goes off to the leg of Moore, I thought. Yep, went off of Taryn Moore, and we'll go back the other way.
It was a nice job by Kean, too, because you see Spice get it.
The early roll was open by Tia originally and just missed him.
Yep.
It's that length, right?
Yeah.
Ashton Wallace and Webb. So come back the other way. American Fork up 8.
Coach Cuff only has one big now, so it's a little bit different. A little bit different personnel. See how Cyprus makes an adjustment.
Wallace. Oh, skip back up top. Benji Lindbergh able to get back on that. On the drive, send to the corner. Hucks with another big three.
It's a great pass. Hit him right in the chin. In rhythm, in stride, knocks it down. It's good offense.
Yeah, the tough one's when that kid's open and they get around his ankles, right?
Yeah.
As Meza rattles home a long three with Webb in his face.
Maybe Coach Smith did tell him it's time, huh?
Say, man, come on. We got to go. As Wallace sends out to Cuff, now to Hucks. As Wallace turns that one over, that baseline in the middle of the floor play.
Gotta pick up the ball here.
I thought he was going to pull it.
So did I. Meza inside, no. Tipped out. Q tries to save, that ball's out of bounds, and we'll go back to American Fork.
I'm actually shocked he didn't.
I know.
I thought, oh, he's got his feel, right?
He should have, right?
Yeah,
he should have.
Yeah. For all the Steph Curry lovers, he should have.
Where he's kind of changed that.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate doing this, but we're going to do it because it's a local. Mesa's like Jimmy Fredette, because it is a kind of a smaller team. You don't always see where he goes. He even shoots like him, for heaven's sakes, that fall away three. But
those are big shoes to fill.
You know, it's just it's the Utah high school basketball version.
Okay.
I said that about Evan Young was the Bobby Hurley of Utah high school basketball, and there's the drive and make by Ashton Wallace. I don't have a comp yet. Maybe Ashton's the Laurie Markkinen, but that's going to NBA. But because of the hair. My favorite one is J.J. Jory. I call him the Brian Scalabrine of Utah high school basketball. Is on the drive. Meza foul by Wallace. Going to put him at the line. I'm saying that's number 1 on Ashton Wallace.
Yeah. And I think Q has scored the last 12 points.
I like what Coach Smith is doing. He's just isolating high pick and roll. Q's going to his left, being able to make a basketball decision. This time he refused it, crossed over to the right, got the basket and fouled.
So being a former college basketball player, you say, hey, sometimes you got a guy maybe a little more skill than you have. You say, I want to live through him. I'm going to run plays that I wish I could do. But I know Trey's still playing. He's still hooping up in the Travis Story League.
Well, let's be clear. I had zero skill. I played hard.
But you played at a level that less than 1% of the nation plays.
Well, I just played really hard.
You ready for this? This is crazy. Q is the only Cyprus player who has scored since the first quarter.
Oh, wow. Okay, then.
Stat of the day. Bop, bop.
Had all 4 in the second. Has 10 now in the third. No one else has scored for Cyprus.
Mulford's going to hit one. That's my prediction. He's going to come out.
Taryn Moore got his hand on it. The baseline official said he didn't have it. The outside official said it went off of Moore. Moore thought he hit off of Huck. See if we got a look. No, it's off Moore. Maybe.
Hard to tell.
Inbound to Rawson over Lindbergh in the corner. Hucks again. His third three. And sometimes you need that other guy, Coach.
It's great. Well, Coach Cuff's made an adjustment. He's only playing one big, so he's able to spread out a little bit, have a little bit more space. And then as they drive down the middle, kicking that corner, knocking it down.
Meza sends out to AU and 1:05 on a rolling clock left in the third. An 11-point lead for the reigning champs. AU and up top to Meza. Meza, little off step there on Wallace, and that's a foul on Taryn Moore.
I think he could have took one more dribble, got to the rim, got off 2 feet.
Number 3, kind of try to catch him in between.
Yeah.
So Wallace going to get to the shot.
Yeah, Coach Cuff has made an adjustment. Tried to create some more space for his guys.
There goes Ashton Wallace. Slapped away by Spice Tia. Tia on the run. Spice Tia in the lane, got around the defender, takes the foul. He avoids the charge, gets the foul, and will go to the line for 2. And a chance to go with the clock stop. Not bad when you're 5's using a Euro step.
Thought he was going to dunk it. Come on, man.
Get the +1 with him on a poster as Spice missed the first. Give me mention, Cyprus in their first semifinal since 1955 when they won a state championship. As Tia makes the second free throw, and Diego Mulford comes back on along with Koli Fosita.
What year did Coach Smith graduate from Cyprus? You guys know?
2000 and
No, it was
no,
before
2006.
That. 06, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he and Aaron England. In fact,
Okay.
Trey Smith played in the very first ever live broadcast that Dane and I did.
Oh, wow.
Cyprus at Granger on Valentine's Day, 06. Very memorable.
That day was meaningless for both of us back then.
It was a doubleheader for us. Yeah, with boys, girls. As Wallace sends it over.
And I like this. Hold for the last shot, right? Don't need to give Cyprus any momentum.
There it is.
Straight away, Wallace. Short on the 3. Tiger Cuff with the board. Inside to Rawson. Slapped away. Spice Tia at the horn. And we go to the fourth quarter in a double-digit game. American Fork leads Cyprus 38-28. The champs looking to get back to the title game. Cyprus looking to get back for the first time in ages. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're watching the 2023 6A semifinals. Start of the fourth quarter, and 10-point lead for American Fork as the reigning champs have played. They're playing their game. As Wallace sends over to Turley. Now it's Rawson. Goes over the top at Tia. Got it to go. What a tough shot there for Blake Rawson.
Back to 2 bigs for Coach Cuff.
And
It's 1-1 the rest of the game.
that is the 4th personal foul on Turley. I love watching Ryan Cuff's reactions. Are you kidding me? And it wasn't at the official. Maybe it wasn't. I don't think he would just yell at his player.
Well,
Yep, it was. It was with Turley. Like, what are we doing? So to the line goes Q Meza. Front end of 1-on-1. Man, nothing coming easy. So possession arrow belongs to Cyprus. It's something to keep track of here in a critical moment of the fourth quarter. Not as critical or as known as keeping track with the girls' game. You always know the possession arrow in the girls' game. I always say that out loud so I know if it actually happens in the boys' game.
Q's got 16.
Cyprus,
I'm thinking he finishes with 31.
You do?
I think he's got another 15 in him.
Cyprus
That'd
going
be
into
impressive.
goes into press. Yeah, Hucks. You want to know that you're coached right here. Do not pull the trigger quickly. Hucks from the corner. Off on the 3. Rawson with the board and a charge. It's been one of those tough nights for Rawson. That's number 3 on Blake. Take a look at it.
I thought it was a good call.
He initiated it.
Yep.
So down the floor we go with Cyprus. This large Magna contingency is wanting something to get excited about. Spice hands back to Meza. Now Mulford. Diego gets in the lane, floats it, and it crawls home. Only the second shot attempt of the night for Diego Mulford.
Third, he took a 3, but regardless, first points for Diego.
Ayuan picks up the foul, be the 4th team foul, and the 4th on Ayuan.
That's 4.
It is 4th. The only thing we haven't figured out in the D Event Center is to get the board with all the information on it.
We can put a man on the moon.
Well, it caused some issues in the first couple minutes of your game because the scoreboard wasn't working. That
was kind of odd, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, compatibility, what we found out beforehand. Because I guess the Activity Association brings their own as the 3 won't go, and the rebound taken by Tia. Q Meza lost the handle, got it back, sends out AU in for three.
Shot.
No, and the rebound tracked down by Taryn Moore. Spice Tia back to Q Meza. Couldn't get it. Another offensive board, Taryn Moore. Sends out Meza. And reset the offense.
He wants it. Yep.
Pulls for three. Wallace went underneath it. The three goes in and out.
Dang.
See, that should be 6 of his 15 right there.
There you go. You called it. Yeah. And getting 2 offensive rebounds. Come on.
Right,
The basketball
right.
guy's got to take care of him. Too deep.
Goes in to
Too
Dunn.
deep.
Big
Too
fella
deep.
got space from Taryn Moore, and it was, hey, just turn and finish it. Timeout, Ryan Cuff. Back to a 10-point game. And Coach, help us understand this part. The timeouts after buckets. Help me get the logic behind it.
Are you a fan of that? Do you do that?
It's kind of tricky because you don't want to take the momentum away, right?
Right.
But sometimes, you know, a coach, like after maybe you've given up a couple offensive rebounds, or maybe the other team's gone on a run, and you come down and make a bucket, you just want to get organized defensively again or make an adjustment defensively. That's why I'd call one off after a made bucket like that. I've done it a couple times, but it's kind of tricky too because, you know, maybe you stop your own momentum. Give the other coach a time to set up a play or something. Or
And that's why Dusty's be ready to you every time you've called it. So I'm teasing.
What I say is, I say it out loud. Ask him next time you talk to him what's the thought process been. I always forget to do it.
Mostly because of what's happened on the defensive end. And there's been times I've called one after a made bucket, and I've thought, okay, crap, why'd I do that? You know, because sometimes it's killed our own momentum.
And that's my thought. Like, hey, especially on a three. I have some coach hit a three, boom, timeout. Like just finally got something.
I think it has to do more with the defensive end. You just give up 2 offensive boards.
Yeah.
You don't want them to start getting on a roll, feeling comfortable. Maybe a matchup that you want to change or something like that.
As Meza going to go out to Diego Mulford. Couldn't get loose. Nice job there by Hucks of chasing him off the three-point line. Mulford does pull on the three and hit. Diego Mulford now with 5 points in the fourth quarter. And
Coach Smith did it this time?
And Trey took it.
Okay.
And here's the other part for me on this part. You finally hit the three, get a little momentum. But for Trey, he's going to need those timeouts inside of a minute.
Probably. And sometimes, you know, maybe Trey or Coach Smith thinks, you know, hey, I need a break. Maybe he hasn't subbed a ton.
Well, and you get the under 4 timeout coming out here pretty soon.
You're right. Which high school coaches may not used to. Yeah, may not be used to that.
The other thing is you've got 2 now left in the pocket, right? So you're running out of them fast.
Yeah, I've run out of them before too. My coach, sometimes when I called 2 or 3 in the first half, my coach is like, easy, easy, easy. You know, us coaches want to control everything, and sometimes we feel a little out of sorts, and we want to get our team organized again. But
can I tell you that's why I wanted the shot clock the most? Just high school basketball coaches tend to be control freaks.
Yeah.
I wanted to add no offense to you personally.
Not just high school coaches. Come on, Dean Smith, hold the ball. You know.
I know. They had to do the same thing to him.
Yeah.
Get off.
Yeah.
Sorry, basketball coaches in general are control freaks. See, us baseball coaches, we already knew. You only got 2 visits. And on that second visit, you're taking him. I coached with a guy who coached his son. In the first pitch of the game, his son bounced a fastball. Bounced it. Timeout. He walks out. I was like, what are you? And we came back and said, bro, what are we doing?
But there's a difference with baseball coaches. They wear uniforms. If you got a basketball coach wearing uniforms.
What number would you wear as a coach?
What number would I be?
Yeah.
I'm going with 4.
4?
What are you wearing?
20.
Why?
Gary Payton, man.
Oh,
GP.
really?
The
Yeah.
glove.
Okay.
The glove.
Okay. Yeah, but I want to be unique. Who wears 4? Anybody?
Well, my middle school number was
basketball?
25, so all the greats wore 25.
Delaney,
all of them.
Wait. Adrian Dantley.
Joe Smith.
Wore 4.
I think so. Oh.
Okay.
Go baseline with Rawson.
Kept him off the
Nice
block.
job there by
Great
Spice
job.
Tia.
Oh, dang it.
And number 2 on Spice Tia.
But you've got plenty, right?
Okay.
But this is an interesting one. Of all the contact we've had down there too, but I don't want to get back to old Dusty. He can't go there. Well, his hand came down. There you go.
Yeah, I got stuff.
Yeah, lighten up, Dusty. Sheesh.
Send out the 3 from Cuff. Short. Wow.
Hawks.
Taryn Moore is a terror. AF does not like that kid. he and Dunn, I won't replay. He and Dunn he's ragdolling him over there.
Well, we said, right, you got to deal with the size of AF, and Taryn Moore, he has not been shy at the task.
Oh. John Crotty haircut. Just unpopular.
He's going to pull it.
Inside the lane, Diego crawls it up and in, and just like that, Diego Mulford.
And it's so important because it's going to allow Q a little bit more space, right?
You got to be able to worry about more than one guy, and it's a 5-point game. Has Mulford been able to help cut down that 10-point deficit? Wallace fits that inside, and it's Hucks. Ayuan right there with him. Ayuan with 4 personal fouls. Tia got the tip. Tiger Cuff is always watching the floor as Mulford goes into the backcourt. And now knocks that out of bounds off of Tiger Cuff. It's getting fast and furious.
I actually thought there might have been a foul on that play, but man.
There was probably multiple fouls. They probably could have picked any one of them. I like that was a no call. 50-50 balls, let the kids sort it out. American Fork had 2 bigs on the block that time. Space was bad.
Ayuan send over to Meza. Doesn't use the screen, goes at it, leaves it for Spice Tia, who lays it up and in, and it's a 1-possession game.
We told you he likes to share it just as much as score it.
Great play.
Magna's getting a little hot over here. Hucks comes off the screen of Dunn. Now Wallace. Wallace drives at AU and got past him, leaves it for Rawson. Tiger off the wrap, and now over to Ashton Wallace. Shot clock inside of 10. Ashton lost to AU and jumps it. Ashton Wallace to Rawson at the horn. Tiger Cuff misses the 3. Hucks with the board. And now a foul, timeout to Ryan Cuff. I thought you were going to have a little reach foul there on Spice Tia. Ryan Cuff with a timeout with 3:10 left and a 30-second timeout. Coach, unwrap those last little bit as a coach, what we're seeing, what you would do. Let's go first AF since they have the ball.
I think AF got wrapped up in just running offense instead of trying to score, and they let the shot clock get too low. I mean, this is why I love the shot clock, right? Makes people play offense, and Cyprus didn't have to panic or foul to get the ball back. Thing is, the offensive rebound hurt.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah. Who would have thought that AF, it'd be Holden Hucks having the game? His third quarter had 9 points in the third, chasing down that offensive board. I mean, he's been trying to save ball. Like, Holden Hucks has been the guy today.
He's John Paxson at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Coach Cuff does a great job, but the adjustment that Coach Cuff made in the third quarter is they went with 1 big, spaced the floor a little bit, and that's where he got a couple looks because Wallace could get to the paint, Cuff could get in the paint, they suck in, and kicks it out, gets a shot. So it's a great job. I mean, that's like I said, basketball's a game of runs. He hit a couple threes, got a little bit of a lead. Cyprus able to come back.
It's an 11-4 fourth quarter for Cyprus. I mean, AF had this game, and the Pirates are coming back.
Going back to your timeout.
Yeah.
He called the timeout after a make.
And here's the other thing, too. What this game is, this is the Fremont game. This is the quarterfinal game. It was the same thing. It was an 8-10-12, 8-10-12. And all of a sudden, here came Fremont and got it within a single score. AF closed it then. The horns aren't going. The in-house arena has not gone off the horns yet for closing time to help out the American Fork Cavemen.
What do you think Coach Cuff does here? He got a set for Wallace.
Oh, he's running a full set, and the ball ends up where it ends up.
He went. Look, he's got 4 guards. He's got 1 big.
He did. He went totally separate there with Rawson. I think this ball ends up with Hucks on the far corner.
Really?
That's been their best play in the second half.
I know, but
I think it's Wallace on the drive.
I love Wallace, but
oh
no, that ball got away. It's a turnover and a chance for Cyprus. Now remember, Turley's been off the floor since early in the third.
They're going to bring it back. Oh, yeah. Now,
it
in
has
fairness,
to come back.
I didn't see turnover on the board. Okay, that wasn't an option, so it wasn't a selection.
Well, Cuff got stuck because he didn't want to grab it and fall back court, and so he let it go, but the ball had too much pace on it and got away from him. You think Coach Smith drew up an offensive set?
No, he's saying get the ball over to 3 after a
he
little
did.
pop out.
3,
there
right?
you go. Meza, nice close out there by Turley. Q, dangerous pass. Ayuan able to get it back. Ayuan sends out Spice Tia. Short on the 3. Rebound to Rawson.
I thought that was going.
That was a good pass.
So dodges the bullet, and you see Ryan Cuff, hey, run it.
Too deep. You can't let him deep.
Drop that into Rawson. Outside, go back right in. Hucks back to Rawson. Goes at Spice Tia. Center of the corner. Tiger Cuff. Off on the 3. Spice Tia with the board. Here comes Quinton Meza.
It's a good look for Tiger.
It's a good pass.
Quinton from the corner. Oh, there got himself stuck.
Look at him race back
Straight
to the
away.
Oh, I thought that was in.
And so did the whole left side of the arena.
Even the right side, AF fans were saying, no.
Yeah.
The Cyprus fans would be worn out at the end of this game. Up top with Rawson. Hands off to Turley. This is like the end of a football game. Not taken until the play clock's down as Wallace misses and the rebound to Christensen. Quinton Meza, hey, let's stay calm. Still a one-possession game for the Pirates.
Are you surprised AF is taking as many threes as they are?
I don't know. I think I'm okay. I think they're good shots.
Yeah, they are.
It's not what they've done, so maybe not, because they've always played inside and they've been getting deep. But I think they've been good shots. And if one of those goes in, I mean, it may be over. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. None of them are forced or rushed.
No.
But for me, I thought they would work it inside
100%.
a little bit more.
It's not what they've done, right?
Yep.
So maybe it's a little bit different, but maybe coaches tell them to shoot that one, but.
Well, and I think Ryan's been like, run the offense, right? And take the shot that you get. I mean, the Tiger shot's a good look. That Rawson shot, it's not a bad shot. Or Wallace, sorry. It's not a bad shot.
Yeah, I'm taking my chance with Wallace. He's been here before. He's made big plays for you. Now you need to make big plays on the defensive end. It'd be nice to see what Coach Smith does here. It's got to be Q, right? Or Mulford's got
I
to be.
drive with Q. I'm taking to the hole. The big man's off the floor, right?
The last possession, I thought he could have got all the way to the basket.
Yeah.
He pulled up after refusing the screen.
He's a good free throw shooter. I mean, take it to the hole.
He gets fouled. He goes off both feet, gets fouled for sure.
Oh, this is exactly what this game was in the quarterfinals a year ago. Cyprus and Corner Canyon.
Was that 45-41? 49-45.
Yep.
Right.
Those big shots by Meza down the stretch. Quinton Meza. Ashton Wallace staying right there with him. Shot clock to 10. Meza sends out to Mulford.
Too much space.
Gonna pull Diego for the tie! Diego Mulford on his 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Too much space. He's
right.
a spot-up shooter. You got to close on him
Make
a lot quicker.
Yeah, make him put on the floor.
Ashton Wallace.
That's a foul.
Play by Q Meza.
That's a foul.
Turley Ayukin is going to draw the foul. That's his 5th personal foul. He's got to be smart, not pick up a technical and hurt his team. As he's frustrated, he wanted a jump ball, and it's the 5th and final foul there on Ayukin.
That might not have been a foul, but I thought Wallace got hit on the arm by Q. He was trying to make the pass before, but good hustle. You can't fault that kid. He's giving you everything he can. Go for that. I like that. Go for that steal. Get a jump ball, maybe a turnover.
Right now, Cyprus has them right where they want them, right? They've clawed back in this game. They got all the momentum. They got the arena. I'm with you. Like, pressure, man.
Yeah,
pressure.
Never fault a kid trying to make a play.
No.
At this point, state tournament's about making plays.
And Cyprus just took their final timeout. Full timeout, 1 minute to go. Season on the line. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2023 6A semifinals on your full season home of high school basketball, KSLSports.com. Welcome back in. 1 minute left in the 6A semifinal. Winner moves on to take on Corner Canyon. And folks, we say this all the time. We don't cheer for teams. We cheer for moments. And we're in a moment right now. Tied up at 42. The reigning 6A champ, American Fork, hanging by a thread.
Can't turn to his left. He's got to be on the other block, right?
Cuff goes at Spice Tia, and there's the foul. It'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Tiger Cuff. That's number 3 on Spice Tia.
Is that a foul?
I don't know.
Let's take a look.
I mean, he swiped at it pretty hard, but yeah, that's a foul.
The Karl Malone chop.
the NBA chop. They all chop.
So to the line goes Tiger Cuff, front end of one. And no, they're giving 2 shots. So 2 shots here to Tiger Cuff.
You go quick before the 35 get 2 for
Yes,
1?
I'm all.
Yes.
Yes, if they're aware of it, right? Have you gone over that with your kids?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully they've been in this moment before. They probably already had this plan already. Hopefully Q takes a quick one.
And the free throw, 2 free throws good by a coach's
Let's
kid.
see. Oh, good idea. Doesn't touch it.
Here comes Meza. And they're going to play it straight. Not worried about it. Here comes Meza off the screen.
Not now. Not now.
Diego Mulford. And
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a tough call.
Wow.
Now you have to foul. Whoop. That's a tough call. And I mean, the ref's right there. Maybe you saw something different, but it's tough for our angle to see.
And down they
Oh.
try to give the foul, don't
Yeah.
get it. As Tiger Cuff.
And there's no differentiation, game clock, shot clock. You got a foul here.
Yeah, you have to.
I think they're just trying to get to the right guy. Is Ashton Wallace going to get the foul from Quentin Meza? That's what the hard part, right? You have the interesting call with Meza, offensive foul, and then when you try to give it and you can't get it, it's a little interesting.
Yeah, on the DHO handoff, the defender's pushing the offensive guy anyway. I just didn't see Q. I didn't see whether he shoved or grabbed. I couldn't see it, but the ref was right there.
Yeah.
And Wallace, the wide channel basketball did not fail him.
AF, they've had a couple of those that have almost been out and have just dropped.
Yeah.
They can thank gravity on the bus ride
How
home.
about a free throw shooting there's been in Utah? These ones are going in, right? These ones are going in.
So Ashton Wallace got the front end, got them both. A clutch senior with the clutch moment. Here comes Cyprus trailing by 4. Meza off on the 3s. Tia tipped it out. Taryn Moore got it. Quentin Meza for 3.
Nope.
No. Rebound Christensen.
Call a foul.
And no
Duel.
jump ball and
Stays
possession Cyprus.
He had Mulford right behind him when he took that second one.
Yeah.
The Spice Tia is going to trigger in here. Flare it out to Diego Mulford. Way
short.
outside, short. Rebound Moore. He'll pull. No. Tipped up. Spice Tia. And a timeout taken.
Look, you get a steal here, you can have a shot for the win.
The jump ball is Cyprus too, so I don't know.
No, that
if-
arrow should
go the other way?
It should switch. They didn't switch the arrow.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Right?
they just had one.
Yeah, we just had a jump
That's
ball.
right. That's right. That's right. Not that would matter. There's not enough time to get a jump ball, but I was just saying if you go for a steal, if you not foul but get a jump ball, you get the ball. I would think that Ryan,
Can I give you an
American Fork
interesting,
this way.
interesting? Well, gosh, I don't think that works in this scenario. If you foul immediately and you go take free throws, you goaltend a free throw. It's a technical, 2 shots, but you're given the ball. The problem with that is that you're going to be down 4, so that doesn't work.
Yeah, doesn't work. It's tough, man. I mean, here's the question too. Okay, so if you're Cyprus, do you put a guy on the ball, or do you face guard and you play center field behind so they can't throw it deep?
Yes. Because right now I think you got to go for the foul.
And they put an extra second on, so there's 2.4 left.
So you face guard everybody, you switch, you keep a guy behind center field,
Yep.
so they can't throw it deep. Hopefully, you get a steal in the front court. If you don't, you got a foul.
Yep,
And then you're going to get something and chuck it deep for hopefully a miracle goes in.
that's what I would do.
So possession arrow belongs to American Fork. As Chad shared earlier, not going to have enough time
Here
for
we
it.
go. I'm running deep post.
Somebody
Comeback. No, it's comeback.
Somebody watches Ted Lasso, the end of season 1.
Diego's off here. He's your safety.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he'd come back. That's a
Turley,
comeback
there,
route.
Taryn Moore.
yeah.
Got to be smart.
That's okay.
It's a comeback.
So big free throws here for Tiger Cuff. We just saw him knock down 2. He can seal it from the free throw line.
And I actually like they didn't throw that ball to Wallace. We had a game a week or two ago where they tried the lob and didn't catch up to it. Ended up giving the ball away on the baseline.
Yep.
So
Cuff at the stripe. No
Just hit
timeout.
two.
They just hit 2. The 2 would seal it and send American Fork back to the 6A title game. Calmly knocks down the front end. Coach's son, I always joke around with it. The Tigers are meant to wear red in big moments.
Oh,
Back rims his second rebound to Ashton Wallace.
wow.
Dang it.
One guy in the block, and it's Ashton Wallace with the board. It'll be Wallace going to the line where he just made 2.
And it's the rebounding that's the difference. Long rebound on that free throw, and Ashton makes the play of the game.
That's tough. That's tough.
AF likes the Reds, Dusty.
They do.
They like the Reds.
They like. Remember last year made that run as a double-digit seed.
Well, wasn't the first state championship in red too?
I don't remember. Yes, there was because PG had beaten them. That's right. PG was 2-0,
Yeah.
just like it's going to be
Yep.
on Saturday.
Yep. And last year, Corner was 2-0 on them last year, weren't they?
I thought they split last year,
Oh,
but
did
I'll have
they?
to go double
Okay,
check that.
okay.
But how about American Fork? Final score, Cavemen 49, Cyprus 44. The reigning 6A champs survive and advance as it'll be a rematch with Corner Canyon. Coach Sims, your thoughts on what we saw tonight?
Great game. Like I said before we started the game tonight, the defensive matchups I was really interested in. You could see the chess match between the two coaches. I thought the difference was in the third quarter, like you said, hitting the threes and the Hawks, hitting the threes. Coach Cuff made an adjustment, went one big, created some more space, was able to get to the paint, kick out, hit those couple threes, got a little bit of a run because in the fourth quarter, if American Fork didn't have that lead, Cyprus would have been able to take over with Q and Mulford. So great game, great job. Coach, you do a great job. Excited for American Fork. Coach Smith did a heck of a job this year. Great job. He puts in a lot of work and does a really good job with his guys. So fun game.
It was 49-45 last year. It's 49-44 this year. Man, it's a heck of a year for Cyprus. I mean, they've done things that this program, this community, most of them haven't seen before. And you get to a semifinal, and Q, man, what a year. One of the best careers in state history coming to a close tonight. I love the effort, the comeback. AF, the defense, able to find a way and gut it out. For me, it's Holden Hucks, the player of the game. Those 3 threes. And you know, he has 11 points, but even the things outside of the scoring, I thought a lot of hustle plays, saving possessions, rebounds, and Holden Hucks, our player of the game.
Well, what a crazy, crazy game. And for Cyprus, the first time in a long time, first semifinal since 1955, and that way to a championship game will have to be a little bit longer, as one of the great careers in the state of Utah's basketball history comes to a close for Quentin Meza tonight, and he'll finish, as Dana shared before, in the top 5 in points and assists career all-time in the state of Utah's history. But congratulations to American Fork, the reigning 6A champs, get a chance to defend their crown as they'll take on Corner Canyon in a rematch of last year's 6A championship game. Again, our final score, American Fork 49, Cyprus 44. For Vince Francis, Dane Stewart, Coach Chad Sims, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 2023 6A State Championship Basketball Tournament on your season-long home for high school basketball, KSLSports.com. We'll be back tomorrow with the 5A semifinals right here on KSLSports.com.